Welcome in game 4, potentially decider match here. Target versus Lewis in the Warlords 4 qualifiers. We are here on Immersion, which is not a map I've seen yet. So let me take in the map after I tell you that Lewis has the Italians and Target has the Portuguese. So there is a very small amount of water on the outside, but a fair bit of fish out here to take. And then there are all of these pools in the middle with 1350 food in each one. Okay. These things could be relevant late in the game for map control potentially, but this feels more like a battle, almost like a Four Lakes-esque kind of thing, with a little bit more utility if you win water. Both players certainly are going to capitalize off of the fish potential. Portuguese and Italians, both really good water civs. Portuguese should get the better of the fight, I think, right? Because the Portuguese have the extra fire ship HP. Fire galley line HP. Italians don't actually get any naval bonuses, right? It's just the cheaper fishing ships, which I guess can kind of be a bonus if you want to think about it that way. Target gets the dock up first, though, by quite a bit as well. First fishing ship already on the way. I think Lewis maybe will dock after this house. Oh no, Lewis is docked on the outside. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So a dock on the outside for Lewis. He can get some fishing up. Like I said, there is quite a bit of fish out here on the outside for how little water there is, right? So, not bad at all. But Target will have more middle control, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if this game goes that way. I'm interested to see how this plays out, actually. Maybe the outside is okay. This is less safe, right? Land military can just destroy all this as the game goes on. The long term, unless you really have land map control, it's going to be tough to keep these safe. So I don't even know if you fish trap in the middle on this map, which means you're looking at 1,300 food per dock. I don't know. Whereas Lewis can just keep going around and around the outside, right? I guess you're probably not getting much more than 1,350 per dock on the outside either, though, right? Before you have to redock, so... I don't know, we'll see. Feudal Age on the way for both. What is this looking like for Lewis? He's not on gold. He's basically all on wood right now. Interesting. Target's going to go out for gold, so he's maybe thinking about navy. Lewis is yoinking all the geese from underneath Target's TC. That's a little rude. That is 500 food. That is walking away from Target's base right now. Where's the scout from Target? He's just chilling. Did Target realize that happened? He doesn't seem to care, if you noticed. I mean, there's so much fish on the map, you probably don't want to be taking geese super late anyway, but I don't know, it's still probably worth going and getting them, is it not? Second dock for Target in a second pond. Lewis is still just chilling out around the sides, and it's going to be an archery range for Lewis. So he transitions onto gold now, and it's going to be archers. Okay. No production buildings at all for Target. No barracks or anything. It's full navy right now for Target. He's making a fire galley in here. I don't know about that. Fire galleys. I mean, if your opponent is docked in here, fire galleys are great, but they're not going to provide you that much utility, right? If Lewis is just not caring about this. Alright, the geese are going to make it home for Lewis. He already has just 4 geese chilling underneath his TC not being taken, but he's going to have so much food ready to go when he wants it. Dock on the outside now for target. Does target see... No, he sees nothing. He's absolutely nothing. He's bringing a villager around the side, though. As Lewis is going to start walling up. Doesn't really need to wall up, because target has nothing on the field. Okay, he's dropping a barracks now. Where are the archers from Lewis? They're going to eject up here. Can kind of harass this wood line, though not hugely. Kind of needs to get into the back here if he wants to cause damage, but that's going to be tricky with the way target's walled. He actually has to go all the way around here. So really nice walling from target. Are these one and done qualifiers? Let me double check. I want to say yes, though. Yeah, they are. It's just a bracket, so whoever loses here is unfortunately out of the tournament, unless I don't think there's a... Or maybe... Maybe... I don't know. My answer is I don't know. Because there's this is qualifier number 1. There's qualifier number 2 and number 3. So maybe you can be in all 3 and then have 3 chances. I forget how it was done last time. Archers are being annoying here for Lewis for sure. Forces a tower down here for target even. Okay. Target going galleys. Is this on the outside? No. Somewhere on the inside. Lewis has docked on the inside here, and he's going to at least clear up some fish from this pond. So that's nice. I think if I... Now that I'm thinking about it more, I think you are able to enter into all 3 qualifiers, right? So you only get 4 qualified players from each qualifier. Then you get 3 of those for 12. But you're out of the first qualifier if you lose here, but I think you do have a few other chances. Villager versus scout here, and target should be able to snipe that villager. Well, he would have killed her anyway with the galleys. This is where the galleys were coming from, this forward dock. Archers have made it all the way around town, but unfortunately target had a billion years to finish his wall. So they're not going to be able to get inside. Still could harass this wood line though. Target only has... I mean, he's running out of wood lines he can easily take without being ranged by something, right? This is kind of the only one left. Lewis deciding not to engage here. There we go. There's already a skirmisher in here for target, but just one. Also no upgrades for target, so it's a completely unupgraded skirmisher. Castle Age is on the way for target. Lewis can click up quite soon as well. Reminder, Italians can click up more cheaply. I don't know how much res they need for Castle Age off the top of my head. This is nice for Lewis. He's clearing up this fish. There's been a fire galley in this pond forever. But target not paying attention immediately. He loses a couple fish for free. Target will fight back in this southern pond. But as long as you're sniping the fish here as Lewis, I think that's okay. Castle Age on the way now for Lewis. He is going to be almost a minute and a half behind. Minute 15 seconds. Okay, more fire galleys. So more fishing ships will go down for target. Lewis is still fishing, though, pretty long range on the outside. It would be a shame if it was just one and done. Yeah, it would. Yeah. I always hate to... Nice, Scout's trading off there. I always hate it when, you know, a player looks really promising, but they just end up in a bad matchup or, like, a couple things don't go their way, right? You never want to feel like a player deserves to be in the main event, but due to just how the qualifier is laid out, they aren't able to, so definitely more chances is more good for these big tournaments, at least. That's how I felt about Sebastian for a long time. Still do, actually, in S-tier tournaments. Hopefully, man, I hope Sebastian does well in this tournament, man. He should do really well. He's really good on a lot of different maps, so I really hope this is his tournament, but we'll see. He's got that S-tier curse on him. Super hard. Castle H hits for Lewis. It's going to be... The eco is really tight here for Lewis. I think he probably wants crossbow. But he's trying to make navy as well, so maybe war galley to fight the fire ships. He goes Bodkin war galley. He's also potentially going to be able to snipe the fishing ships around the back for target. So target's really struggling to actually keep fish on the map. And he's not noticing this either, so both of these fishing ships are going to go down. Second TC for target on the stone as well, which always feels good for the Portuguese. My cat is really yodeling outside my door. If I let him in, though, he's going to start pulling stuff out of my PC, probably, knowing them. So I want to let him in, but it's too big of a risk late in a set. Target doing a good job on the outside now. War Galley is in for Lewis. Also, he still has these crossbows. It was actually a beautiful TC for target. I don't know if he can hang out here taking the stone even with the TC, though. He's going to have to constantly be looking over here. Lewis doing a good job of wedging in his... So, Lewis knows what's up on the water. He takes pretty good fights. Like I said, I just don't think he's used to having to look in so many places at once. Between water and land, you know what I mean? But he actually does look pretty good on water. Target also wedges himself in nicely. 2 HP fire ship, no big deal. Lewis, please notice this. Just kill this ship. It's so close to death anyway. There we go. Okay, crossbow. Wood is going to be an issue for target, right? Anywhere these crossbows go, target can't take wood. He's lucky it takes them a year to path around the side here. This wood line is so ugly, though. 30 villagers trying to get to this one lumber camp is not good. It's really not efficient. It is super not efficient. Portuguese should be getting the better of the Italians in these fire ship wars, though. I'm the #1 Sebastian believer. True. I am as well. I was on Sebastian super early. I was believing in Sebastian back when he wasn't winning anything. I will never let anyone forget the fact that I called Sebastian to win Thalassocracy Cup before the tournament started. I will never let that one go. Mangonel coming out at the front for Lewis is really good. I mean, there's 0 land military for target, right? He has full naval investment right now. He has 6 fishing ships coming out of 4 different docks right now. So target seems to think he's won water. I suppose he's won this pond and this pond, so he's kind of right. Man, both of these docks are so low. Lewis was so close to taking these docks out in the middle. Couldn't quite get him down, though. But, like, how much fish is even left here? 450? Is it even worth adding in fishing ships for this? I don't know. I guess it is, but... Mangonel is out. TC is starting to go down for target. And he can't stop this. He's got scorpions around the back. He's going to drop a TC in the back. That's a really nice TC, actually. But he's going to need something to actually deal with this. This singular knight also could be massively problematic. That was a good attack ground to start off. Can the scorpions save this mangonel? Yes, they can. Okay. Target's going to repair his town center. That's expensive, though. That is very expensive, though. And Lewis is really good with the mangonels. I'm jinxing him hugely right now, but Lewis is really good with mangonels. Surely he doesn't lose both of these mangonels to this one, right? He loses one before he notices the fight is happening. That doesn't count. That has nothing to do with how good he is with mangonels. Docks go down for Lewis around the back, so no more fish for Lewis. Still has a few fire ships here, but not that much. Target continues to repair. Horse collar on the way for target now. More mangonels for Lewis. More mangonels for target. Target dropping a bunch of farms beneath this town center, so he seems to think he's going to be able to hold on. Lewis not paying attention again, though. He's got great micro, but he needs to pay attention. I think this is where Lewis struggles, when he's having to look in a bunch of different places at once. Lewis has great APM, but it feels like his ability to... his, like, map awareness doesn't match his APM sometimes. This is where Lewis should do quite well, and he does. As long as he's looking. He just needs to be looking, and he does okay. Oh, don't stack up like that. Don't stack up like that and then look away, especially. Oh. Okay, goes 1 for 1 there. That's fine if you're target, though. You're happy with that. I guess. Both players are on 3 TC. Although this TC is not safe for Lewis. Right on the water. Making a dock in the middle here for another potential snipe of fishing ships. This TC is still going down as well. Eventually, Lewis is going to get sick of the mangonel fights. He's going to try and dive in with the crossbows, and he's just going to eat a massive shot. I feel like that's going to happen for sure. Scorpion's also coming this way. You got to be so careful with this army. The army is the only thing keeping Lewis in this game right now. Okay, sniping the scorpions is good. Okay, sniping the scorpions is good. Loses the repair villager, but great attack ground for Lewis. That was a great engagement for Lewis. Losing the villager is a big deal, though. It's a really big deal. And where is he looking now? He's fighting on water, I guess. Here he comes. I told you. Do I know Lewis or do I know Lewis? I called it. From a mile away, I called it. I said he'd get impatient with the crossbows and he'd take a massive shot. There it is. I watched too many Lewis games, I'm telling you. Imperial Age on the way for target. Lewis is not close. Okay, good engagement here with the mangonels. He brings another villager forward, but Imperial Age is going to be a problem. Target has done just enough, right? He's been repairing. He's been pumping out slowly siege. It's been just enough to hold on while he goes up to him. Lewis does do a good job of consistently wedging his ships in around the corners of these docks. But unfortunately, sometimes it comes at a cost. Oh, eats another massive shot on the crossbows. There's a lot of mangonels here for both players. Lewis loses one, but target's going to lose one as well. Okay, and it's now 2 for 2, but that's fine if you're target. Just trading off evenly is a-okay for target here. That's good enough. Target probably will lose this town center at some point, but he's going to be an imp by the time that happens, and Lewis is still not going to be clicked up. Oh, God, Lewis, please. He loses 2 more mangonels for free. Trades off there. Trades off there, okay. He makes it even again. Target has sunk a lot of wood into this town center, I will say that. Imperial Age comes in, though. And now what? Lewis clicks up to Imp as Target hits Imp. So it's going to be the full 3-minute advantage for Target. Worth noting, Target has not gotten any Imperial Age upgrade yet. So, you know, maybe not the most impactful Imperial Age in the world so far. There's finally Chemistry. That's going to be the first Imp upgrade for Target. Oh my God, Lewis, please. Does not pay attention to that. Okay, so what's it going to be, Lewis? He's getting a dock up in... He's getting 2 docks up in this pond. I don't know if he thinks Target is in here or if he just wants to get some fish out. Got a monk down here as well. Relics are 3-1 in Target's favor right now. Target ends up not losing this TC. He drops a castle here, so the push is over for Lewis. From this angle. University up behind for Lewis. He's getting monk techs. And more crossbow techs. He does have 20 more crossbows somewhere. Chilling out in the middle of the map. And he's going to drop a castle here. Okay, so I like the castle positioning more for Lewis for sure. Oh, well, maybe not actually. Where are the bombard cannons coming from? Cannon galleons, I mean. Where are they coming from? What dock is this? Am I crazy? Oh, he has a dock here, so they're coming out here. Okay. That's a pretty good spot for them. If he notices the castle here, I'd like to see a cannon galleon out of this one, but... don't know if that's going to happen. Bracer is now in. Chemistry 50 seconds away for Lewis. He's got block printing already. So if he can get it... oh, he already has the monks ready and waiting. He's got the monks ready. No, don't lose them. Okay, good. He's paying attention. So the cannon galleons could get converted here. Probably will get converted eventually. Crossbows move down here. They can take out the fire ships. Also take out some villagers. No ballistics yet, though. Okay, Devotion coming in for Target. He's lost this middle water, though, and the Trebuchet is out for Lewis. Oh, God. Lewis is just wading in past all of the town centers. He is going to be able to kill quite a few villagers here. But he loses everything. I guess it's still worth it? How many villagers has he killed? He still doesn't have ballistics in yet. 42 to 13 eco KD overall in this game is pretty good. Lewis was sniping fishing ships really consistently, though, in the early game. So that's nice. And he can snipe a couple more here as well. Target trying to use his naval advantage, his control on the water to his advantage, but it's kind of a struggle right now for him. Oh boy, and he's not noticing this either. 50 to 15 eco KD in Lewis's favor. Also, these fishing ships have nothing to do anymore. Target just deletes those. Bombard cannons are out for Target, so these few trebuchets not really finding the value. Lewis could protect this with his cannon galleons, but it looks like neither player is paying attention to that right now. Demo goes down. Redemption on the way for Lewis now for the cannon galleons, as he's going to blitz up a castle over on the side here to protect whatever this is. This weird eco he has over here. Target's going to lose more navy if he doesn't notice this, and it doesn't look like he notices this. Bombard cannon actually killing cannon galleons here, which is usually not how that goes. There we go. Lewis is trying to convert the dock. He does. He does convert it just in time. Okay. All that navy goes down. What are we looking at militarily here? It's basically full bombard cannon defense from target. He's getting elite skirmishers out on the field now, but Lewis is already teching into light cav. Can be hussar with the Italians. Cannon galleons should also... I guess he doesn't have arquebus. Oh no, sorry. I'm mixing up the civs. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Bombard cannons, again, just trying to snipe out the cannon galleons. They're doing okay here. Target really has to be microing this, though. And, well, he does. Another castle, though, from Lewis. I'm loving the map control by Lewis right now. Basically, neither player is going navy anymore. There are a few. Where are these cannon galleons from target? Two of them are down here. Where's the other one? There. Okay. I love this Portuguese castle, by the way. It's beautiful. Pushing back here is target. He's chasing the trebuchets away with the bombard cannon. He's already trebbing and... Oh, no, he's not. Sorry. He's attacking this house in front. But here come the hussar. This is going to be a huge moment. I think Lewis hasn't shown these hussar this whole time. So the hussar run in. They can snipe down the mangonel. They can snipe down the bombard cannon, but it actually gets converted. Goes down immediately. They can snipe the treb. They can... I don't know if you want to dive in underneath the castle for those bombard cannons. He's going to move on. It is a hand cannon switch for target. Portuguese aren't the one that... Yeah, it's Italians that get... whatever the heck it's called. It's like something to do with fire, I forget. The new hand cannon tech. Look at this. Look at the absolute micro nerdage that Lewis is doing here. Microing that one hussar for the castle fire so that he can snipe the bombard cannons. Outrageous. Hussar running in. They're doing okay. I mean, they don't do great against the hand cannons, but you can just kind of send them in and kill villagers, right? 75 to 25 eco KD in Lewis's favor. As target's going to drop a bunch of barracks. He just needs pikemen, I guess. Arquebus comes in for target. So that gives his gunpowder ballistics, basically. That's very nice for the bombard cannons. It's okay for the hand cannons. And it's also good for the cannon galleons. So a really good upgrade there. Lewis getting the final few upgrades for his hussar. And cannons probably don't want to hang out in range of the cannon galleons. Ooh, yeah, they're taking huge shots by those cannon galleons. Castle on the side here, but Lewis is gearing up for a massive push on this side. Target better be ready. He better have siege here. He does. He's got 6 bombard cannons here. Man, having so many bombard cannons and cannon galleons on the field at once really messes with my brain. Hussar roll in. They snipe 1 bombard cannon. They're going to get 2. I think it's just 2. That's still okay, though. Lewis loses 1. Lewis loses 2 more. Microing against the Arquebus, man, is so tough. I also don't know if Lewis realized Arquebus was in yet, so that's kind of a tough start to that fight. Also, the castle just stays up. Trebs both go down. Really good fight for Target. And he can start pushing this castle potentially now with all this stuff. Lewis has 68 on food. Can you tell that this guy trains with Hera or what? 68 farmers right now is crazy on this little map. So he can spam out Hussar for days. Bombard cannon getting a little too close to the castle. Also, conversions coming in. Devotion is in for Target, but no faith. Okay, he's doing a really good job microing against this, though. But it is still delaying, right? Having to micro against the monks means you're not actually attacking the castle. Here comes the next wave of Hussar. Target's done a pretty good job of keeping castles in the eco, but this is still going to be losses. There's going to be a lot of losses, actually. It's going to be a massacre on this gold pile. It's so tough against the Arquebus. So tough, man. Lewis is going to try. Oh, God. I don't know, man. Doc goes down. Castle might go down for Lewis. He's keeping his bombard cannons alive, kind of, but how does he push into here? He's getting skirms out on the field now. That's tough. He does actually snipe a bombard cannon with them, though. He actually snipes 2 bombard cannons with them. Hold on a minute. Like I said, he trains with Hera, right? That's a Hera maneuver, for sure. And here come the Hussar. Is Target ready with the Halb? No. Okay, now they move. But I think this is going to be at least... It should be at least 1 dead bombard cannon. It is a bombard cannon dead. Treb stays alive as the Hussar will run through. Lewis still keeping this castle alive. He's pulled away a lot of the Halb, and now he's diving with more Hussar. So that's going to be another dead bombard cannon. And another dead bombard cannon. All the bombard cannons go down for Target. That's massive. Lewis dives in with his own. He snipes a Treb. He's going to try and snipe this one too, and he will. Really good job by Lewis. He pulled away over half of the Halbs with that first run of Hussar, and then he came in with the second. Really beautiful micro. Also, Hussar still just killing villagers in the back. Chasing Hussar with Halb. Never ideal, but sometimes you just got to do it. Bombard cannon's getting pretty good shots in on the Halb, but the Halb are still taking good fights against the Hussar. Fast fire ship, and there it is, Pyrotechnia. Coming in for Lewis, which is his own hand cannon upgrade. I don't know, he only has 2 of them though, and they're diving in to castles, so I don't know if this upgrade is necessarily worth it for him. Bombard cannon's working way at this castle, though. Bombard cannon is out for Target again. So Lewis might have to pull back, trying to dodge the ballistics on those bombard shots. The Pyrotechnia gives the hand cannons extra accuracy and also the pass-through damage. I don't really know how that compares to Arquebus. Feels like Arquebus probably still... better. Mostly on the bombard cannons though, right? Probably straight up hand cannons. Pyrotechnia is probably a bit better. But Pyrotechnia does nothing for the bombard cannons, so... that is the difference here. Halb raid, okay. Some counter raids in here. It is 135 to 32 eco KD in Lewis's favor. Target actually very low on villagers. I wasn't paying attention, but all those Hussar running through really whittled down Target's numbers. I don't even know if Target was paying attention. He queues up a bunch of vills now. But feels like he hadn't quite realized how far he'd slid down economically. Elves will go down now. Star continue to run through, man. It's just so tough when your opponent has a mobile unit and you don't. Lewis has lost a lot of farmers. He's down to only 45. He was at 80 earlier. So he's been scared off a lot of farms, which will somewhat impact his Hussar production. And it's just so tough to push in here against these Arquebus bombard cannons. Target is back up to 7 bombard cannons here at the top. Ooh, I love this, though. Cannon galleons in the south for Lewis. They take down a castle for free. That's so nice. That's so good, actually. Every castle that Lewis can take out, it just makes his raids so much stronger, right? Because, you know, chasing with halbs and stuff is fine, but the castles all through the eco are really what eventually kills these raids. Here come the next round of Hussar. Where are the halbs? They aren't here. Oh, it's a massacre. There's no halbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and only 1 bombard cannon is still standing. 6 of them sniped down by the Hussar. The 7th goes down to the hand cannons. Absolutely brutal losses there for Target. He still has a ton of gold floating, but he loses all of his relics from wherever they were. Here, so the cannon galleons actually providing massive value. They kill the castle. They take the relics. Lewis queues up more monks. He wants to yoink those. I think the cannon galleons can range this castle as well, can't they? Alright, I think Target should lose this game. He's done a great job holding at the top here, but I think he's taken one too many raids in the meantime, right? Lewis has not really been pushing up here, but he's been holding enough to just send in the Hussar over and over again. Target kind of running out of wood he can take even. He's on this wood line. That's like the last wood line he can actually take. And the GG has to be called. Target realizes he's kind of at the end of his options here. Took way too many eco losses, right? 164 to 39 in Lewis's favor.